Hey guys, I was pretty psyched about seeing the flash of light in the CRT early this morning. I got some rest and went to work, and now I'm back and I've put a few more hours into this set. Replaced a few more components that were bad underneath and worked a lot on the controls in the back. There's about 6 more controls back there in addition to some adjustments up on the chassis here. And I think things are looking a lot better now. I'm ready for another test here. I got everything hooked back up together with the test CRT. Got digital converter box this time, so hopefully we can get some real programming. Got the speaker hooked up, so let's give this a try. Can hear the high voltage kicking in. Got sound. Picture of sorts. I'm expecting the sync is going to be pretty bad because of that heavily modified circuit that I still haven't messed with. But hey, it seems to have kicked in. Alright. When you use these test CRTs and they're not exactly right for the set, you get odd effects like this circle here. You know, the set's expecting there to be a longer tube and a larger tube. But anyways, yeah, definitely a picture. Really harsh and washed out though, but
my name is Bernie Mac, and this is my lovely wife Wanda, and we're taking
Bernie Mac show, I guess. Alright, so very good, very happy with these results. I think now it's time to finally test the picture tube, which is the whole point of this exercise. So hang on for that. Okay, here we finally are. Time to test out this picture tube. I thought it would take me about 3 hours to get to this point. Instead, it's been about 3 long evenings of working on it. So I've got the 16-inch picture tube back in place. High voltage is secure. The CRT socket's in place. The little single pole ion trap magnet. Digital converter box for signal source again. So here we go. Tube filament looks good. Oh, high voltage just kicked in. I can hear. There goes the sound. I can feel the high voltage on the screen on my arm hairs because it's pretty dry air, and this is pretty high voltage. Picture of sorts. I'll turn the light off so you can see that. It's really dim. Alright, if I crank the brightness and contrast to 100%, hey, Gilligan's Island. It's watchable, but, you know, I got all the lights turned off and I got this thing cranked to 100% on both brightness and contrast. So it's a little harsh to look at. But if I go any lower, then it's just really not watchable. So, confirms my fears that this picture tube is pretty well at the end of its life. A couple things I could try doing is, I could try rejuvenating it, which is a feature on my CRT picture tester. The actual electrons that get emitted in a picture tube come out of something called a cathode, which is a metallic element with a special coating on it that can deteriorate over time. A rejuvenator puts a blast of voltage and current through that cathode to try to blow off the oxidized surface and expose some fresh material. But you can only do that so much before you just blow it off completely. So I've been leery of ever trying it. Other thing you can do is something you may have seen back in the day is a picture tube booster or brightener, which would go between the CRT base and the socket. It's a little tube thing with some wires on it. What's actually inside of that is a transformer that would simply boost the voltage on the picture tube. Normally it runs on 6.3 volts AC. It would bump it up to maybe 7, 8, 9 volts. So essentially you're just running the filament at a higher voltage and current than it was meant to, which will certainly brighten the picture up, but you're just going to accelerate the decline of it. So I think I just may take a chance on that tube online. which, you know, the seller says it's good, but I gotta take his word for it. He doesn't have any pictures of it actually running. And then you gotta take your chances on it being shipped and actually surviving the shipping. Now, I do have one other option. There is actually there is a commercial site that I know of that does sell picture tubes, surplus picture tubes, and they do have one that's not the exact model for this set, but it's pretty darn close. It's 16-inch. Physically, it's a little bit shorter. Voltage-wise, the ratings are a little bit off, but it would probably work. However, it's not cheap. But I would have some guarantees on the tube being good and surviving shipping. So I gotta ponder this a little bit more. In the meantime, though, I think I'll put this chassis back in the TV so I can see what it looks like running all back together. And now that I know that this set's viable, I will go ahead and place an order for some quality components to properly recap this below and take out those temporary repairs I put in place. And as far as that goofy sync tube where it should be a 12AU7, I got a 12AX7, the wiring's all messed up, I don't think I have any option but to use the schematic as a blueprint and completely rewire this section right here following these specs. And that should improve the sync stability, I'm hoping. Otherwise, it's been another little fun project to work on, and I'll record one final video when I got this set all back together.